What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. I want to speak to you guys about a hard truth. I want to speak to you guys about a hard truth that people get uncomfortable speaking about, but I don't. And before I say anything, I'm going to point the finger at myself first and say that I was worse than anybody that I've ever coached or anybody who's watching this. Before I changed my life, when I was living that street life and that criminal life, I was a dangerous person. I was an impulsive person. I was an unpredictable person. I was a selfish person. And I destroyed communities and cities and hurt my family and hurt other people's families and hurt myself along the way. So I'm not putting this out there to bring anybody down. I'm just giving you my insight, my logic, and my truth when it comes to this. And when I'm saying this, I'm not telling you to be judgmental of other people. I just want you to take this into perspective about yourselves. We all, read reviews. We all read reviews. We all want to see before we go to the movie, before we book a hotel, before we buy a new piece of electronics, whether it's a laptop or a phone, before we go to a restaurant and we book some reservations, before we buy a car, before we rent a place, before we buy a house. We read reviews about everything, about the quality, about the texture, about the ambiance, about the warranty, about the longevity, about the value, about the quality of work that it does. And we make a judgment whether it's worth to invest into that, or book it, or buy it, or live in it, or drive it, or wear it. And that's just common life. Everybody on all levels of life, from every demographic, views everything in their world like this. They judge it through the reviews, through the hearsay, through the gossip, through word of mouth, what people are saying and what they see. Now, what's to say that the world, people, opportunities, all don't review us? We also have a review. Now, we're taught that the world is a fair place and not to be judgmental and not judge a book by its cover and all these great fairy tale sayings and concepts that just aren't a reality. I don't write the rules, you don't write the rules. We're just all playing the same game out there. But the world is giving reviews on us. On the quality of character that we have, on our consistency. Do we break down a lot? Are we always operating at a high level, or are we manic up and down with emotions and moods? What's the quality of our texture and our consistency and the value that's in us? Are we an asset or are we a liability? And people don't like to accept this. They want it to be a fair play where it's like, I've got my common faults and you just got to accept them and love me for them. And I deserve, the word deserve, not earn. I deserve what that guy has or what she has or what they have. And that's just not how it works. You have to earn these things in life. And a lot of the time, people have the misconception that the world just has to accept and love them for their weaknesses, for their vices, for their discrepancies, for the comfort seeking that they have. And sometimes it's just little things that can be improved on that some people just don't understand, that they would be living in a more peaceful, more abundant, more happier environment or lifestyle if they would change these things. Because if someone has the choice to employ you, if someone has the choice to put you in their circle, if someone has the choice to say, is this person a potential, partner in life to marry or to live with, however people see fit. If someone says, if you're the potential option to invest into or go into business into, they're taking a review on you if they are worth value, because you only get one chance in this life. You only get one play on this game. So people are judging us. They are leaving reviews on us. There is a, word of mouth about us. Are we consistent? Do we show up on time? Do we keep our words? Do we take care of ourselves? Do we have valuable characteristics, traits, morals, and ethics to bring to the table to go into business with, or to hire and give them a really good salary, or to invest into them because they want to be an entrepreneur, or to date them and create, a life partnership with this person instead of just use them and throw them away? Because what we give, we get back 50-50. There's no cheating, karma, debt, and universal law. I don't care. Anybody can say anything, read anything to me, preach anything to me. I know everything that I've done wrong. I've paid for it 100% on an even level. Anything that I've ever half-assed, I've paid for it on an even level. I got a half-assed result backwards. Anytime that I do really good, I get good back. Anytime I bring the minimum or do nothing, I get zero back. Hoping, wishing, wanting, wondering, praying got me zero. So that's the common theme that I want people to understand about themselves. You don't have to be judgmental of other people, okay? You don't have to speak to them, tell them what you think about them, bring them down, or even talk behind their backs. I'm saying this as a self-preservation for you guys to be able to improve your life. If you start seeing yourself just like all those products that you watch, you view, you read about, you choose whether you're going to eat there, buy that, drive that, wear that, okay, subscribe to that, invest into that. You read all the reviews. You want to see if the quality is worth the money. And money is not the most important asset or payment in life. It's time and attention. That's why they say what you pay attention to. So if you want to be paid attention to and you want to improve in your career and your relationships, if you want better options with partners, if you want better options with opportunities, if you want better options, if you want peace, if you want abundance, these things you have to be able to create the person of value that is an asset that's worth somebody saying, you know what? That person's 4.5 stars to me. I'm willing to take that risk and invest into them, or hire them, or date them, or bring them into my circle because they're going to bring me value and I can give them my value. If a person's a 2-star, a 1.5, or a 3 maybe, someone who's a 4 or a 5 because they've put the work into it won't open that door for you. And that's fair play to me, not the, I woke up, I'm on the couch today and I'm a nice person because I don't bother anybody. Just because you don't bother anybody and you're a nice person doesn't mean that anyone's got to go out of their way to give you opportunities because they've worked hard to become that person or to have that business or to create that life. So they're not going to risk that on a nice person and say, I'll marry them, or I'll invest into them, or I'll take them into my business and employ them, because nice is not going to cut it at the end of the day when the things need to be done and the person needs to be accountable. And an easy way to explain it, even though it's harsh, I've said it multiple times and I'll say it multiple times again because it triggers the right minds. It gets people to get pissed off, and maybe 1 out of 100 that hear it will do the right work and say, you know what I heard was right. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I say the same thing about myself because I had to change and look at myself in the mirror and understand that my life and its issues and problems was a result of my actions, and not the world, and not the environment, not the government, not the community, and not any religion or any God anybody prayed to. It's in my hands. So if you go, let's just say you go to a puppy store or a vet or a shelter, or you go to a pet store and you have to pick. You have to get a dog for your family member, for your kids, you and your girlfriend, you and your boyfriend, you and your roommate, whatever the case is. You've got to pick a dog. And you go to this shelter or to the vet where they've got dogs that have been abandoned, or you go to the pet store and they say to you, we've got 2 puppies left, okay? Or 2 dogs. This one here, okay, eats well, sleeps well, listens, takes commands, is good with children, is good with other dogs, is good in the car, sleeps in his bed, doesn't jump on the couch, doesn't chew. Lovely dog. This dog here has digestive problems, is on a bunch of medications, is overweight, has skin conditions, is very manic. Sometimes will bite you, sometimes will kiss you, sometimes sitting in the corner just crying, chews on everything, hates being in the car, is not good meeting strangers or other dogs or children. Pick which one. If you had to pick, just listen to the scenario. If you had to pick, you would pick this one, 100%, because this one's a problem. This one comes with a lot of problems, a lot of drama, a lot of stress, a lot of baggage, a lot of weight. And it's going to throw you off from your life and everything that you've worked for. You've got a routine. You don't have that much extra time to take care of this puppy. Okay? That's just common. Cut the bullshit. This one here, though, you can fit it into your system and actually be rewarded for it. Have a companion, have a friendship, have loyalty, have great memories, okay? Better the relationships with other people because you have something that's positive around you. You wouldn't pick this one. That's how a lot of people are. A lot of people are living their life doing the minimum and wanting to live the highest rewards, and they're not getting picked. They're not getting picked. They're not getting picked because they're not taking care of their life. They're not accountable for their time, for their money, for their health, for their mental state, for their emotional responses, for the value that they bring to the situation. So these are a little bit harsh, but it's the truth. I'm on this channel to help people. I'm not here to get fans to watch me do goofy shit. I'm not here to entertain people's heads like some reality show or celebrity crap or show you guys products. I want you guys to succeed. And the more insight that I can give you guys on how I changed my life and what worked for me with clear cut, black and white, this system's not working. These ways, these choices don't work. And this works. This shows value. This shows reward. This shows possibility of prosper. And these two scenarios that I told you about, us getting reviewed and then putting it into the context of us being, a rescue, a choice, make it pretty clear cut that if you put the time into yourself to be able to become your best character, and this is for you, it's not about them. It's not about the employer that hires you. It's not about the person that dates you. It's not about the person that goes into business for you. It's for your better life, because when you create the best version of yourself, you get to live out those rewards, and you'll be happier and you'll be able to give more. You'll be able to give more and be able to share that back to the world and gift other people with it. So I hope this can give you guys some good insight on helping you to be able to understand maybe on some shortcomings that you might be able to tweak, adjust, work on, or improve. That's going to help you become a little bit more successful in whatever fashion of life that it is, whatever piece of the pie that might be missing, or it might be all pieces that need some attention. I hope it can bring you guys some value. If anybody needs to hit me up, my information's in the bio. The links are there. Take care of yourself. Stay good to yourself. Let nothing and nobody get in the way of the life that you want to live.